What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out Chainlink. So if you like today's video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. So we got Chainlink here on the daily, and boy oh boy are we in the red. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy, but my joke has now come to fruition. Alright, not my joke, but the idea I had that I didn't want to see, it happened, ladies and gentlemen, right? It happened. I was talking about a clean rejection, how we got clean rejections throughout here on the 200, over here on the 200, and then up through here. Also, that wasn't on the 200, over here on the 200, right? And you know, when we were down through here on the bottom, I was saying, hey, we could come back up here and reject. That would be nice, but I would not bet against us coming up to the 200 and rejecting, just because of how the market makers have been. The fact that we've bounced off this moving average. We're right at the sell side wall once again. Just mass fear again once in the market, right? I mean, what's crypto nowadays without mass fear at this point? Just so if you're new to the channel, right, this is stablecoin dominance. This chart is inversely related. Pardon me. So this is USDT plus USDC. So the more money that flows into this, the less money's in crypto, right? This is like your stable asset. This is like the dollar of crypto, right? So what whales do, right? They buy a bunch of crypto, Bitcoin, whatever it is. They buy a bunch, and then when they sell it, they actually don't sell it. They just transfer it to this, right? So when they take money out of this, they're buying crypto. When they're putting money into this, they're selling crypto. So they've just been selling and selling and selling. They've been selling for weeks, right? For this entire period, essentially, they've been selling, right? So just like right here, they were selling all throughout here, and they were selling all throughout here, right? Don't let the media fool you. It's not. We don't need retail. Retail doesn't need to be in this market, right? It does for exit liquidity, right? But right now, what whales are doing is it's in an accumulation phase, right? They're buying a crap ton, right? They're buying a crap ton all throughout here, right? And they're selling, and they're making a profit, and then they're buying, and then they're selling, right? So they're just accumulating a ton, so much. They're just becoming bigger and bigger whales. They're becoming more and more powerful. They're like, what is that? They're like Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z. Hey, that's my time frame. If you don't know it, I'm sorry, but Majin Buu, you just absorb people and take their powers. That's what whales are doing. They're just absorbing liquidity and they're just getting bigger and bigger. And so I would not be surprised. I mean, look at that. That is an ugly candle. Tell me what. I mean, no wick to the downside. Straight up wick. Just a fat wick to the upside. No wick to the downside. I mean, what's the month? The monthly's got to look. Oh my God. The monthly just looks horrible. The monthly looks horrible. It looks like this, if I'm being honest. That's what this is starting to look like. It's worse than that. That candle is so ugly. It. It can't end like this, right? I mean, that's what that looks like. And what do we do the next month? We went even lower, right? So this is not a good sign for crypto. I'm just being honest. It's not a good sign. That's definitely not a good sign. Let's go look at, I know this is a Chainlink video, but I mean, look at that. The others chart, that is just ugly, right? Just ugly, ugly, ugly candle. Looks like this, and what do we do the next month? Boom, tank, right? So, right, market makers are scaring everybody. It's an ugly candle. That looks like a topping candle, right? It really does. I don't think it's the top. I think we're being played with. I think we're gonna reverse out of here and, you know, have some fun. But I mean, there's only so much upside now. I mean, because you gotta chew through all of this. So I mean, there's not huge candles. There's not huge body candles with that big of a wick to the downside, right? Maybe we do something like this candle, right? Maybe October just ends kind of, bullishly postured, so we kind of eat this back up, and we like maybe close up here or something, right below. I have no idea right now. Right, market makers are doing their job well. They are straight up. So that's what everything looks like right now. Doesn't look the greatest. Doesn't look the hottest. Right, that's on the monthly. What do we got on the monthly? No red dot yet. Red dots just stayed on the weekly. I mean, I would prefer that. Just stay on the weekly. We never got overbought. So now we have a target. We need to get above the sell side wall on the weekly. So we'll be watching that. Kind of had like that double bottom almost right there. So let's check the 3 day. 3 day probably looks, everything's going to look bearish, right? Everything's going to look bearish because we're bearishly postured. We came up, I'm just being honest, right? We're in this channel, but we're at the top end of the channel. We didn't break through. You know, what does that typically mean? What do we do right here? Top part of the channel, what do we do? We came down and interacted, right? Top part of the channel, what are we doing? Probably going to come down here and interact, right? And then go. Okay. Right, I need to readjust these levels because we've just absolutely smashed through these levels to the downside. Yeah, you got a red dot down through here. You're rejecting off the moving average. Yeah, this is not a good look at all. Yeah, this is not a good look at all. It's funny how a couple days can change everything, right? A couple days just changes everything. So we just tore through these. October open is still, it's still kind of in play, but at this point, like, I don't know. We definitely can't be closing down through here. But I mean, yeah, if we touch the bottom of this trend line, then this whole setup is wiped out. This whole setup is wiped out. Now, however long this was, right? However long this was, you have to reset and then you can get going, right? So let's see. However long it's been, 14 days, right? So if we come down, then we need another 14 days, and then we can start working, right? We got to do this whole thing all over again. Especially if we come down, if we close below 2014 on a daily, if we close below 2014, right? Closing. Where are we? We're at the 618, pretty much at the 618. I mean, the correction looks pretty much complete. I mean, you got a 1, 2, 3, right? You got a 1, 2, you got a 3, you got a 4, you got a 5, you got a 3-wave pullback. Right, there's not much more the market makers can squeeze out of these altcoins. I mean, there's a lot of people are out. Let's just be real. A lot of people are out. There's not tons of people in the market right now. So you got that right there. Where are we? The 1618's at 20. I mean, we can come down to that. I mean, that's about as low as I want, not want, but would like to see. Right? I don't want to see lower, but if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'd rather prepare for the worst, right, and expect the best, right? So we're preparing for lower. And I'll put it right at this 1272. Right, I could see a scenario where you come down and you wick down here, and then you come up here and close, and then go, something like that. At this point, let's see where we're at for the overall 382. I know I have like the 786 up there, this area of interest up there. I guess I can add one more. Now this is 22 level. We gotta get above this 22 level. You gotta get above this. You gotta get above that 22 level. I mean, you're sitting right at the October open, right? CHAINLINK is one of my cherished holdings. In for much lower, but still, it's still hard to see. It's hard to go through. I am expecting higher prices to the upside. I'm expecting for this next run up to at least this 38, and then even higher. Those are just some predetermined levels, but the 42 to $60 range, right, on this next run. I mean, something like this, no, we didn't. So I mean, we could be getting ready for something like this. Right, this is kind of, I mean, this is a lot more extended, right? We would have to kind of work our way back up. Let me take a bars pattern. Let me move this over here. I mean, it's not even close in size. But idea-wise, just idea-wise, I mean, not even idea-wise because we've already, on this first leg, we've already come down so low, right? Because this, I mean, we're already at the 618. What did this come down to? This didn't even come close to that. Yeah, it came down, no, not even close, right? Not even close. From this to this. It came down to that 886 area. That's what we did do. We came down to that 886 area. You know, it's just, you know, when you're just looking at stuff like this, what about 2023? Oh man. Right? Because we're already so much lower than this. That would be the idea, right? This would be a nice idea if we could, but I feel like we're already doing this, right? We missed out on all of this, and we're just doing this. We just went from this to this, right? Kind of eliminate the middle aspect, the middle aspect. That's kind of what I mean, right? You've come up, you came up, and I mean, yeah, you really didn't get a lot of you didn't. There's just no continuation. There's no continuation, and it's not just Chainlink, right? It's across the crypto market. It's across the altcoin market. There's no continuation. It's Bitcoin or nothing at this point. Bitcoin ran up to 125,000, and altcoins are still at their, I mean, almost at their lows, right? Some altcoins are stronger than others, right? XLM, Chainlink, my two holdings are way above the lows, but I mean, Jasmine and Degen, I mean, they're both not at their lows, but Jasmine's almost at its low. Degen, believe it or not, is actually stronger than Jasmine. So my Jasmine gang is getting brutalized right now. So, but yeah, this is, you know, I want to see some continuation, but right now, I mean, you do have a 1-2 setup. You have a 1-2 setup, okay? Got right to that 161. You can't make it up. I mean, you got right to that 1618. It's the perfect target for the third wave. Okay, where did this fifth wave get? Got to that 618, wicked up to that 786. Let's take this low. I mean, that's a fifth wave. I mean, truncated fifths are fine. The third wave just has to be the most impulsive. This looks like a fourth wave move to the downside. Where are we? Where's your third wave? Bingo, third wave low. To the high. I mean, right to the 0.5. Almost actually to the 618 if you really think about it, because I don't know how this transpired. I don't know how that transpired. That's why I'm using it. I don't know if it started off, it probably started off low and then went high. So right to that 618, which is, that's good for a fourth wave. That's actually pretty powerful. Surprising we didn't really get that much movement. But I mean, then you have a clean three-wave move to the downside. I mean, clean, sitting right at your October open. I mean, everything screams that this should be over, right? But that's not. It's not. So just for background information, right? I've come from traditional stocks and covering traditional stocks, and they respect TA. They respect Elliott Wave. You can kind of have. I mean, nothing is guaranteed, but I mean, it works pretty well. This does not work well at all. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Like, there's some aspects that work in different times, but right, it just doesn't. It doesn't matter that we're in a third, that we've had three wave moves, right? We had our impulse A, we've had our B, and now we've had our C. Right, our C wave has come down to the one ratio, past the one ratio of the A, right? Sufficient, the 1,272. We can come down to the, to some lower levels, but I don't know, a little bit frustrating, just a little bit, just a tad bit, but it's just the way that crypto has moved. It just doesn't make sense. It's just so manipulated, right? It's just so manipulated that it becomes frustrating, right? It becomes frustrating. So, but everything else, I'm still holding. I do think higher prices. I just think market makers are making it extremely difficult for people to, figure out what's going on because there's so much leverage, right? Because there's so much greed in the market. The 4 hour, I mean, would we get like almost a double bottom? Almost a double bottom. I mean, let's see on the 4 hour. What do we got on the 4 hour? We got a 1-2. Buckle my shoe. I mean, you got like a 1-2. You got a 3. You got a 4. You got a 5. You got 5 waves. 5 waves. Any way you cut it, you got 5 waves. You could have, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is your wave down, and then you have a 1, 2, 3. You're getting ready for a fourth, and then your fifth of your fifth wave. All right. I mean, I don't. This all just looks so ugly in here. Like, honestly, this list, that just looks ugly as heck. Just chop, 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 right? Chop, chop, chop. So, um, yeah, so I don't know why, but this is giving me like this vibes over here. Like this right here. It's giving me like this vibes right here. It is. It really is. So, maybe come down through here. I think we're trying to take this low. That's I think what we're trying to do. So, I think we're trying to take that low. Maybe you wick down and then you come up and then you do something like that. I just think it's a liquidity game at this point. And so, yeah, that's what I got for today. I wish I had better news, but on this channel I keep it straightforward. I'm try to be as transparent as possible. When I'm bullish, I'm bullish. When I'm bearish, I'm bearish. Overall, macro bullish, micro. I mean, you see the charts. It's bearish right now on the charts, and so we can't do 5% here, 10% here. We need like a 20 to 30% day across the board, so that we can start a flag. Sorry, I'll end on this, right? You need like something like this, like a huge move, right? And then you can start flagging down like that, right? So you're not doing the opposite. So you're not doing this and then you're flagging out and then you're coming down, flagging out. See what I'm saying? It's just a different look when you're impulsing. When you're impulsing to the downside, and you flag out, it's just not good. You need something like this. Just like this right here. How much was this? What percent move was this? A 13% move, we'll say, to the 15% move, right? Come up, and then you flag out, and then boom, go. All right, something like that. That would be nice. I'm just trying to give you guys examples, but that's what I got for today. If you like today's video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Peace.